hate it when I get my Schwartz twisted.
What? I said, hot shot.
That's a damn minigun!
Good morning, Valhalla! The Mad Dr. Hadega Outlaw! Das Wolfen! The Guardian of the Void Lady Mist! Justice Doc Empress! The Lady Arwen Avalon! Jedi Bill 797 Psychodwarp DJ Ronnie G! Friends of the East Project Storytime! Sean Estep, what is up, my brother? Mr. Buffcrack Media. The Matt Cave. The Rooster in the Henhouse The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia. Johnny Step. Alina's Jester of Sin. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Loki. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having a great one. I am on this weird system this morning, this old system that I used when I first started doing YouTube. So, Sparta is going into the shop. Sparta was critically injured, defending the walls of Valhalla. She stood her ground, but she's injured. She has to go into a shop. So, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great week. It is time for some YouTube talk, and my guest today is Pops. I usually don't have a guest on YouTube talk every once in a while, but we're talking about the first year here, and Pops is closing in on his first year, so I figured I would have him over and we'd have a little talk.
Hooah! That is what left. It's fun hearing Mornings of Mischief in real speed and not 1.5 speeds. That's what the show sounds like, huh? That's pretty cool. Thank you very much.
Right.
Yes, that's awesome. Yes, those of you will get the joke. Ryan will tell you in a moment, I'm sure. So yeah, man, it's awesome. Let's talk some YouTube nonsense. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, starting out, people get so intimidated when they're first starting. They have the sweats. What I call the sweats, because guess what? Yeah, you get the sweats. You're all sweaty. You're like, oh my God, I'm perspirating. I'm all sweaty. And oh shit. Yeah, no, I didn't leave her alone with Mexican Iron Man, Gun Bunny. Sparta did not get something inserted into her port by Mexican Iron Man.
Poor Sparta.
Poor Sparta.
The rumors are abound.
No, she doesn't want anything to do with Mike. No hot tamale for Sparta. She knows better. She was brought up smart. Don't have anything to do with the brown guy. You might catch something worse than a computer virus. Mr. Buttcrack Media has been a member for 2 months and is Warrior of Asgard. Says, good morning, Loki, and all you awesome people in the chat. Good morning, Mr. Buttcrack Media.
Hail, hail, hail.
No, it's not. It wasn't a Fanta, although I can imagine Mike. No, no. Sparta does not like anything to do with Mexican Iron Man. So she's smart. She's a smart lady.
She's all buttoned up. I like it. I like it. I approve of it. Awesome.
So no spicy chorizo for Sparta. No Fanta. No Fanta. Someone lick Sparta. Oh my God, Arwen.
Oh, Arwen. Oh my gosh, Arwen.
We need a clip of that. We need a clip of.
We have the other clip. So yeah, we just did a little piecemeal work there, Chris Persia. You know what we're talking about. Yeah. There we go. All right.
Oh shit. So you're starting out and you're perspirating and you're like, oh my God, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I take the plunge? Should I jump in the pool? Is there enough water in the pool? Does it matter? And you just do it. And once you've done it and you realize, holy shit, I can do this. It gets easier and easier. You're not as intimidated. I understand how intimidating it can be. I was there. I remember, oh, well, I'll do it. And it took me getting my ass kicked and get my ass put in gear to actually commit and do it and keep doing it. And once I started, I just couldn't stop. Some people are like, oh my God, how can you go all week? I'm like, I've got the endurance.
Once you get and once you find your lane of what's making you happy and bringing you joy, it's not work anymore. I'm looking forward to it. I spend all of my time. I have an endless supply of notes and ideas. I have paper notes and digital stuff of things. It's like wanting to do because I just enjoy it so much. And that's what you kind of have to find for yourself, because you're going to do it wrong a few times. Like Loki's been very transparent about, I was just doing these edits. My OCD is over the top. So nothing would ever be perfect enough for me. The embarrassment factor, avatar, no one's going to want to look at me. I mean, you're your worst enemy. Like that person that's looking back at you in the mirror is going to be your bigger critic. Because the ones that are going to be that bad or worse online are just jackwagons anyway, and you just need to ignore them. You just need to ignore those people and do what you can do to find a way to utilize this universe, the YouTube universe, or whatever it is. Talking about fandom stuff, talking about something else. It doesn't really matter. That can bring you some joy, happiness, and some fun, hopefully. An escape. Or maybe it's motivation to be educational, informational, those kinds of things. So there's, finding a purpose of what that may be. And this can be an extension of that, is a lot of what you're going to go through. But please don't think that just because you might see where Loki is or someone else is, that it happened overnight, because it's a journey for sure.
No, absolutely. And, it's the water pump, Gun Bunny. It's the water pump. The water pump went out again. Yeah. So, yeah, when you start talking about custom liquid cooling, remember that if you have a hard time getting a hold of a pump reservoir combo, so little motor inside, great. It just stopped working again. Project Storytime, thanks for the advice on the new editing software. Now to start editing my Rings of Power review again. You are very welcome. I hope you enjoy. I love the Cyberlink products. So I love Power Director. I love Power Director 365 because all the stuff you have access to. So I don't mind paying that yearly fee of $70 to $100 because you get all that fun stuff. You get all the music, you get all the videos, you get all the extra stuff that can help with content creation. So I don't get paid to say that. I just like their shit. Jedi Bell said I was very nervous my first live stream.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I was nervous. I mean, I tried it out. I think my first couple weren't really live. I think I did did them as an interview. And actually, my talk with Arwen, I think I thought of it as it was going to be an interview, and we record it because I was going to experiment with doing a couple different things I hadn't really tried yet. And she was like, she promoted it on Twitter and everything else as being live. I said, well, I guess we're going to be live. And yeah, look, and you're still going to get nervous again, right? You're going to have someone that'll come on your show. You'll have someone pop in. You'll have different things that happen. Like you sounded this way, whether you meant to or not, whenever Jay, like Drunk Theprio, was in chat. I mean, you're excited, but you're also like, holy crap, he's listening. Like, you have these moments in your brain where certain things are like that. And that's not going to go away. And in some ways, I hope it doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Sometimes, in some ways, I hope it doesn't go away, because that is part of the fun and the adrenaline and the epinephrine rush that we all love. So, pimp the skimp the pump. All right.
I don't know. Hojo says, "Help, folks,
yeah.
help Pops. Thanks for the Return of the Jedi cards. And I was nervous on my first live stream on camera a month ago. It's like second nature now that I've done like 10 shows. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And
Enjoy those cards.
I love live streaming way more than I love making a video, because I will sit there and I will go all Yahtzee on my video and be like, okay, this doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I don't like this part. I don't like that part. But I do a live stream and boom, it's over. It's done with. It's finished. On to the next thing.
And Arwen, I love talking with you as well, lady. For those of you that want to spend more time with me or whatever, please know that time constraints are the biggest of issue in my life, and lack of technology on my home front. I enjoy all three elements. I do enjoy shorts in a way, because it is a way to kind of show off something or share something that, I don't really want to spend a whole time doing a live stream on. Obviously video content's easy, because I could just I say my piece and move on, because I do have like this serious ADHD thing of being able to handle doing this and juggling chat. I think I said last night, I feel like I'm getting to the point now with almost like the producer thing, because once chat gets so crazy, I feel bad that I'm not putting your comments up or responding to them. It is tricky, and you just have to find that balance, I think.
You do. Makini says, I know that feeling, because this is my third channel on YouTube. I'm used to starting up. I did have experience making shorter format videos on Instagram, and making my first video was natural. Gun Bunny says, Loki, you are your own harshest critic, except for those people that like to thumb down and chat before we ever go live.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
We get negative. We got yeah.
People that dislike. I'll take the blame.
Dislike videos before we even start.
We didn't even hit live. We had dislikes. That's great.
And I don't know. I don't know whether they realize all that does is help you in the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it does. It's interaction. So by throwing that out there, we got 3 yesterday. I know who those 3 were. By throwing that out there, all you're doing is helping the channel.
Yeah, it's all about interaction, engagement. That's why so many of you that do like gaming streams, you'll see me pop in. I support a couple of you. It's not because I'm a gamer or have any interest in it, really. It's not my thing, but I understand the algorithm. I'll hop in, maybe make a comment, hit the like button, I'll share, whatever, because I understand that is part of the game. You're playing against YouTube. You're not playing against each other. There are millions of us trying to enjoy our time here doing this stuff. So don't think of it as I'm up against Loki or Loki's up against me or whatever. None of that ever comes into play. Trust me, I actually crossed that bridge with him too in the early phases of our friendship. Well, I messaged him and said, I know you're supposed to go live at, I think it was like whatever the time it was, and I'm talking about doing. You're like, are you kidding? Why are you even asking me? You do you, bro. And once we kind of, now that bridge isn't even a conversation. He knows it would never hurt my feelings and vice versa, and we're just good. And I hope you guys feel the same way. Please don't feel like you're stepping on someone else. And if someone has an issue or whatever, please just talk to them about it. Because reality is, maybe it's a way of them saying, I'd like to do it with you, or I'd like to partner with you, instead of it trying to be a competition. But reality is, we all have different issues to, deal with. So,
well, with some people, the stiletto blade comes out and it's like Jets versus Shark on YouTube. Yeah. Motherfucker, I'm going to cut you for going live at the same time.
Yeah, there was a nasty tweet. There was a nasty tweet on Tuesday, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, wow, you're really going to put yourself out there like that? That person was like, and I'm like, oh, listen, bro, I'm going to do me. So if you're trying to direct this in my general direction, I'm ignoring you. I'm not even responding to you. So forget it. And Hats Like a Dwarf 9 literally is part of my motto. I don't know exactly if that originated with Eric July or someone else, but I'm all down with monetizing hate. Like, no problem. Keep it coming, baby. Keep it coming.
And good morning, Legendary Tron.
Yeah.
You know what's Tron? Weird? He says, settled in with my hot chocolate. I had a chai tea the other morning. That was weird. I haven't had one of those in forever, since
I have
before
my
they were
typical
Starbucks.
Dr. Pepper product, keeping my caffeine flow. So
I used to make those all the time at home. Dig it outlaw. Just so long as the live stream doesn't turn into local pub hangout, those bore me. A lot of people, there's some people that hate those. Some people that really like those. So some people that like them, some people that hate them. So I like to think of Friday night as kind of like a mix of everything. That's what me and Mike were trying to go for when we did.
I think there's a time and a place for all of it, right? And if it's not your thing, I don't think you need to shy away from just not being participant. And I also don't think the creator needs to be a jackwagon that you don't want to be a part of it. But I think everyone needs to keep a lot of those feelings to themselves and not fight over it, not make it a public scene. Like if Loki does trust me, if Loki does a Friday night show, and let's just say it happens to be rather sexual and vulgar in conversation, he's probably got a feeling that Pops is probably not sticking around for a lot of it, not sharing it with his friends and family or anything like that. And I also know he probably does not have his feelings hurt. Nor do I care what he does. It's just not. It's okay. We can all have content. I'm actually doing content about, some of the Disney stuff. I've been railing against some of it or whatever. He's been very adamant about that's not my thing. I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of it. There's no ill will between us, guys. We can do different things that, this happens. I don't get caught up. Ryan, how do you not know a jackwagon? If you've heard me use it like 67 jillion times. Like it's like one of my substitute words. I have a whole library of substitute words, and it's probably one of the most common ones. So
good morning, Tron.
Tron's Babe Magnet. Hot chocolate's probably code. I like that. I could use hot chocolate as a code. I'll have to text the first lady. Hot chocolate is now a code. See what she says.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what is your first year like? Or should we break it into like pieces of the year? Because it is a little tricky to kind of figure out how to break something.
That first year was nuts. At least it felt nuts, looking back at it and experiencing it. And because there was a lot of, you talk about, well, this is crazy, Knives Out and shit. That's the way the first year was. There were people that absolutely did not like me and did not like the fact that Doomcock was like, go forth, young Loki, and create content. They didn't like that. They didn't want that happening. They didn't like the fact that he encouraged me to do what I was doing, and that he was like, y'all go check out Loki. There were people that were, pissed. There were people that were jealous. There were people that were like, well, I want that. Well, go and fucking do that. Jesus Christ, no one's stopping you. And that's the way I looked at it at the time, was no one's stopping you from making your own damn channel. Go make your own channel and be like, hey, you know what? I made my own channel. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But they were either too afraid or too pussified or whatever. And they wouldn't do it. So they had to try and fuck with me. And it felt like that lasted. That didn't just, that was like 6 months in, I was still dealing with that. So it was like, how do we get away from that? Well, how I got away from it was I just started fucking ignoring it. You just have to turn it off and be like, you know what? This isn't my problem. This is your problem. I'm tired of trying to be cool with everybody and be happy with me. Go eat a bag of dicks. And the word got out that they were butt plugs with teeth. They had no idea what that meant. And I remember hearing, what does that even mean, butt plugs with teeth? Well, what it means is you're so far up his ass and you're like indentured there with your teeth, holding on tight like a fucking hemorrhoid. And people were like, holy shit, you really are pissed. Well, yeah, of course I'm pissed. I came from this cool place that was supposed to be a cool place. And as soon as I got a little encouragement to go do my own thing, I had people acting like I fucking stole shit from somebody. So no, it was just, and I'm so glad that's over with. I'm absolutely so glad that is over with and done with. And I don't want anything to do with that. People act like me and him have such a beef or some shit. No, I don't have any problem with him. I have a problem with the people that like to arrange drama and start shit because they have nothing better to do. They can go fuck off. I don't need those people around.
Yeah, it's funny how I went through the same thing much earlier before I was on YouTube. So I was writing. It's a non-paid job, but plenty of French benefits. It's part of getting credentials and getting access to Comic-Cons and things like that for a pop culture website. But I'd been really reading and writing about like a lot of political stuff. And the website, he said, well, why don't you just start a second channel? Because that's all we were ended up talking about was that type of stuff. And his readers freaked out about it. They hated it. I don't know why. It was segregated. They didn't have to read it. They didn't want to. And then fast forward so this kind of went on for a couple of years. And then I started another website, which is mostly the political stuff, broke it out with completely different people, something I at least had some co-ownership in. I would at least have a bigger cut of the pie for what I was contributing. And they got the idea of, well, listen, why are you doing all this pop culture stuff for them? You're not really getting anything for return. People already know who you are. You have access. Do it here now. And that's when I went through what you did. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that over there? This belongs over here. You're doing this for us. You're betraying us. Whatever. I have no allegiance to you people. Like the editor and I are still friends. Why am I fighting? Why are you people inserting yourself into my business and giving me grief, calling me names? It was ugly. It was a rough time. So I kind of went through this. I mean, again, this is like 2005, 2008. So this is many, many moons ago and before YouTube. So when I looked at this first year, a lot of those kinds of trials and tribulations that you've gone through like that, I've kind of already been there, done that. And, or I haven't ticked off the right people yet to go through it again. I get more of you're not a real fan. You're just an angry old guy. Those are my two big takes that I get a lot of is that you're not a real fan and you're just an angry old guy. I don't get too much of what you went through there. So. Yeah.
An angry old guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just hate stuff
because
I'm just an angry old guy.
I'm just an angry old white guy.
Mm-hmm. I don't usually get the race card too much because I do make like the passive aggressive racist remarks on purpose just to see if they'll take the bait. Like I did a lot of that last night when I was talking about Wakanda, and it was like, yeah, go ahead, come on.
I see it now. You're I'm just old and I'm complaining. And
yes.
Where's my walker?
Sons my wife loved
get off my lawn.
Kenobi was the biggest one. Oh, you're just the old guy who likes the old stuff and you can't handle the change and the blah, blah, blah. And you're not a real Star Wars fan is her favorite. She laughed out loud. Literally, I've driven her crazy our whole relationship with my Star Wars stuff. And yet she's just like, literally, these people are like, you're not a real Star Wars fan. You're just an angry old guy. I'm like, yeah. You should know. You live with me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Target audience. Ooh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure there's a target audience in some ways. Like you just kind of have to have a relationship with your chat and those folks. But yeah, get off my lawn. Get off my franchise or my IP. I kind of feel that way. So I guess that's what they mean. But they don't articulate it well.
Mm-mm.
No, they do not. They do not. So I'm with you, though. You're just a bunch of butt plugs. I like that. I can use that phrase. That's all right.
Oh, yeah. Butt plugs with teeth.
And
never forget. Butt plugs with teeth.
So, anyway, so a conclusion to that story for those of you that understand is literally from that point on where we've moved forward. There's been several times over the last decade or so we have contacted them to buy their site from them, to buy it, just buy it outright because they do hardly any. It just died. It's basically kind of gone off the cliff, and it's just because it's also been around for so long. It's one of those that will do really well if you could just get content on it because Google rewards longevity, and they never ever respond to us. They just ignore. We've offered several times to just buy it from them outright, out of spite, if nothing else. So yeah. But now I'm here. So I consider March my start date, even though obviously Ryan has documented me dating back to like 2019 of actually putting content on Pops and experimenting different things like that. We moved during the pandemic, so you literally have like almost an entire year of just complete zero happening on Pops. But it was in March when I got over COVID is when I'm like, I'm going all in, full in. So that's what I'm going to treat as my 1 year date. And then it was shortly after that when you and I met and had you on for Halo. And then, that relationship is never been stronger. So, yeah.
Shit. Halo. Oh, wait, that's not right. Nope, that's not right. Oh, he took off his helmet. Oh, he's going to have his helmet off for almost the whole show. Oh my God, he's dead, and Cortana is inside him.
Strawberry Spartan, baby. Strawberry Spartan.
Spartan.
We need to do that. We need to find someone. could do a song with all of our names. That'd be great. Miss Mullet and not Dave Chappelle. And oh yeah, that was a fun time. That's fun. Yes, Halo brought us together. Yes, Halo did kind of bring us together in a lot of ways. It changed things. And because I had done some stuff, really T-shirt historian was really the first dude for me who was like, yeah, I'll stream with you, man. I think I made a comment in chat, like I've done videos. I think Culture had already called me out. I told him, I said, it was weird that you did that when I didn't even know really much about you other than just listening to your show. And he's like, oh, it's going to great reviews, whatever. And I said something on a chat about wanting to do some live streams, whatever, but I don't want to want to do it alone. And I'd already done that before. I'd tried to do shows by myself like that. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do it alone. And I'll chat with you, bro. Next thing I know, and then his people were so supportive. And I was like, well, I'll talk with you. And they were like, yeah, I'll come on. And that's how I kind of met Ironcaster. And Ironcaster, of course, did Halo. And it was like, I don't know, man. I just feel like we have such a great chemistry and time. We just really, our hour and a half goes by like lightning quick. And
those are the really good shows that go by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, you just feel like, did we even talk about enough of this movie? Like, I feel like I just shortchanged people sometime. Where I'm like, did we talk about the last 20 minutes of this movie? I'm like, well, our time's kind of up though, but yeah, it's great. So, yeah, give me a list of names.
and that I think that's the biggest backfire for what's happened in the last 5-6 years now is all of this shit brought us all together. All this Last Jedi shit, all the Halo shows, all these horrible decisions out west brought a lot of us together, and we found each other because of these horrible shit shows. Star Trek, Star Wars, Halo, you name it. Whatever they've taken and twisted and turned and ruined, this is the reason why we kind of found all of each other. So there is something to be thankful for all this.
Yeah, and it really struck me too, because in the wake of the big 2016 event, someone said, "Well, what are you going to do with the 74 something million people that you don't like in 2020?" Like, it's like you think about the other side of that equation, and it really didn't occur to half these people. So, a couple years ago, when you're in pandemic time and all this, it kind of made it easier for a lot of us to find one another. And now it's almost like an exponential curve. Like, I think now there's just so many people that are all, it's all crossing over. Because the biggest problem right now, most people say, is time, right? I don't have enough time to watch the mass amount of content that we're creating. I can't get my schedules to line up because Loki's doing a morning show. So-and-so is on the West Coast. So-and-so is doing this. And I think this is not a problem. This is the blessing. The blessing is we're covering more ground and we're going wider and deeper very, very rapidly. And I don't think they realize that. I really, really don't.
No, they don't. And the ruining of the IPs brings us together today. Yes. I hope I said that right.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not bad.
My wedge. Brogan Entertainment. Yet before they pissed all over every franchise I cared about, I was barely on YouTube. Wasn't well on my way to founding my imprint and publishing my work. There it is. Ryan Roger Afe says scheduling is the most underrated foe of creators. I would agree with that. We're just going to throw it out there. We're going to throw it all out there, and we're just going to keep throwing it out there until something sticks. Yeah. If you could get a schedule down, and this is when I'm going to do this, and this is when I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this every single day, or I'm going to do this every other day, or I'm going to do blah, 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 instead of just trying to throw shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. I absolutely agree.
And I think that's why I feel so blessed to have Talk Hard. Well, first off, Halo, and then it become Talk Hard. The fact that you guys wanted to stick around, because you guys were all down with the Halo thing. And my biggest fear in the back of my mind is, well, I guess, what am I going to do when this ends? Like what's next? And I didn't really know, but you and I were already bonding over, our love of Pump Up the Volume, this premise of Talk Hard, this premise of being honest and forthright. And this is what you had been doing. You built your entire brand on that, the entire concept of the show and what is in your heart every single morning. And I'm like, well, this used to be my call sign when I come off of shows, especially if it was not a pop culture show. If I was asked to be like the weekly movie review guy, I would always try to say things like Talk Hard, because it was something that was like just off enough that would catch people's attention. So now it's like, okay, well, that's cemented in. I can build from that. So that's my Tuesday night. I can build on that. Then I can kind of go for other different things that you can do. And that's what I think you should do is what can you do with some realistic expectations and then level up, level up, level up. And I wish someone had told me that. I wish someone had said this, 2012 or whatever it would have been. I said, listen, just get a web, use the webcam in the laptop, use this kind of microphone, do some things like that, so that a lot of my mistakes and things like that could have been avoided. Because when I found your boy Zach, right, most people have when he was diversity in comics, like the dude is sitting there on his cell phone just talking about comic books. Like, why was I not doing this?
Yeah,
I felt dumb not doing this, and I'm like, okay, so there's really not a lot of rules. You think about the overproduction, the high level of editing, like at Neurotic with like a Perry Chan edited video, and then like something like diversity in comics, comic book, a dude on a cell phone just talking over. That's a pretty broad window of room for you to navigate through to find something. So it's not a lot of judgment coming from us. So
good morning, Leia Rose. Good morning.
Princess Leia Rose. She'll be on with me on Thursday, Loki. We'll be talking Star Wars and religion, spirituality. So yeah, Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Princess
Tomorrow.
Leia Rose.
Nice.
It is tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is tomorrow. Tonight is member stream. Sorry. Get my day straight. Yes, tonight is member stream. So yeah.
And for anybody out there wondering, I was going to do a member stream yesterday once I had Sparta fixed, but Sparta's going to take longer. So I pretty much had to climb into my storage closet. All the way in the back at the very bottom was the PC I had before that. So I had to pull that out and get that out. Now everything is everywhere. So we will have a member stream soon, I promise, guys.
So let's talk about like that first year too. The realization of like some of the numbers, right? Because you don't really know exactly what to expect, and people are going to get slapped in the face. Their feelings are going to get hurt. YouTube's going to hit them, all that. So talk about your journey in those first months of what that was like for you. Yeah, hit him with a surprise there, folks. See what I did there? Mahogany's coming to save him.
Mahogany, $20 super chat says, in this platform, consistency is also key to success.
Absolutely.
Find the time that works for you and plan yourself to keep being consistent every week. Your audience will grow and adapt over time. It's a marathon. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
And Mock nailed it. Hopefully I've passed that message on as well. Thank you so very much, Mockany, for that $20 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you guys. Skol! I sound different. It's like when I say skull, when I'm doing the shout outs in the morning, to me, I sound different. I mean, I'm on the same headset. You wouldn't think you would sound different, but it's set up a different way. And I can hear, it's almost like I can hear a little bit of myself in my headphones. And that's odd. I'm not used to that.
The intensity is greater during the opening credits than during the show. Like your level is just, it's more, maybe the gain is different, or the depth. I don't know. There's something there. It is different.
Well, it's hooked up.
It's not bad.
Up to my microphone. So my headset is hooked up to my microphone. Before it was just hooked up to the computer. Now it's hooked up to the Blue Yeti. So it's weird. For whatever reason, the 3.5 jack on this is like, nope, we don't like that. Nope, we don't want to do that. Nope, you're not signed into this. And I'm like, whatever. Okay, I'll just hook it up to the Blue Yeti.
Well, what Makani was saying, I think, like with me, that's why I think that I've tried to keep that Tuesday 5:30 Eastern time slot for Talk Hard. And to be honest, next week I'm not going to do a show because I'm going to be on vacation. But I'm so comfortable with you guys. I would give you guys the keys. Like, here you go, guys. You do the show without me. It'll be my week off, because I've tried to keep it going, even if one of you couldn't be there, because that is what is expected. That's when the audience expects there to be a show. The algorithm expects there to be a show, that kind of thing. And for you, it's like, it's the 8 p.m. Central Time, 8 a.m. Central Time. This is the slot.
Yeah,
You want to do
Monday
your,
through Friday.
you know, and I know there's been times where Mike stepped in and did, because that is important to keep that going as much as possible. Now, again, don't shoot yourself if you have to miss something or and life gets in the way. But if you can get to the point where you have someone you can trust and you can pass the keys and do that, that's even better. That's even next level. And that's kind of where we all should be trying to strive to. It's like, well, how could I do the show without me? How could I, I've never even asked you or Ironcaster to do that, but maybe that's the next step is, all right, well, let's solidify this in so much, and you say, all right, well, I can't be here for Comics Roundtable, but can you do it or something like that? You get to those points now where it becomes like concrete programming, much in the way traditional programming was done, but it's our program. We have control of it. We own it. It's ours, and they can't take that away, right? In general terms, you guys know what I mean. So
yeah, they can always take it away. They can always
what I
shut
meant,
you down.
but it's ours. It's
Yeah,
ours.
it's ours.
Yeah,
It's
so,
our time.
yeah.
I always say, as much of a problem I have with the way YouTube does things, they gave me this opportunity. That YouTube is the reason why I know all of you, and I've had this opportunity to get to do what I do. It does the platform have its problems? Yes, it does. Do I think some things need to be fixed? You're damn right I do. Do I think that the algorithm holds people back? Yes, I do. But we're all in this. We're all in it together. So I'm not going to sit around and bitch and moan and cry and complain about something when I've got a damn job to do. It's just the way I look at it. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, it sucks. There's things about it. It sucks that you can't say certain things. It sucks that 2 years ago you couldn't say coop without getting your channel shut down. It sucks that these big corporations pretty much phone up YouTube and say, we don't like what this person says, shut them down. Yes, they've done that. They did that to Ryan Kennel. They've done that to other content creators. Naughty Dog did that when all that shit that came out about Last of Us 2 happened. They just started shutting people down, shutting down people's ability to stream, shutting down people's ability to upload videos, throwing down strikes, hitting the ban hammer, destroying channels. If someone big high up enough complains about you, YouTube will just shut you off. They don't care. They do not care.
It's true. That's true. So we have to do the best we can to keep things going. And there will always be some rules, right? When I was doing radio, there are FCC rules, and the radio station may have rules and things like that. So I'm okay with them having some rules. What I'm not okay with is when they change the rules and they're inconsistent with application. They can't have that. And that's the biggest problem I think we all have. And Dave Bob, I see your comment. I appreciate that. I've actually been thinking about that, whether I should do like play an old Halo episode or something like that in lieu of Talk Hard next Tuesday. So I may actually do that. I didn't really plan on that, but I may do that. I don't really have anything.
You can always do a best of.
Do something.
I've done that every once in a while. I've done a best of.
Yeah. I hadn't seen it. The one you just did. The one you just did. The Robert Burnett one. Yeah. Okay. I'm not letting you forget. Going back. First year, numbers, the roller coaster, expectations, managing that for the first time. It's easier now with Loki. That's like, yeah. You don't worry about numbers. But when you're in that first phase, it is an emotionally jarring process.
I was going to be homeless.
Yeah.
So it was even worse than that. And I didn't tell anybody that. I kept it to myself. I think Mike was the only one that knew how difficult things were. I'll just put it that way. How difficult things were. The person that I was with was at the time was very unsupportive. They were not supportive. I was never going to get anywhere doing this. I should just put it all up and go back to bed and get back on the couch and not do this, not get up and do this every morning. It was a giant pain in the ass. And it wasn't until I got away from all of that, got away from that negativity, that I was like, you know what, I'm going to completely focus on this, and I'm going to completely focus on making this a success. So yeah, it was, I tell people don't worry about numbers. Believe me, I was worried. I wanted this to be successful. I wanted this to work. I wanted this to be productive. And I was on the verge of losing everything and living in my car because this is the road that I chose, and it worked.
Yeah.
It just
It's
happened to
rough
work.
though. But I will say it's normal. Like, forget about just the consequence thing that was driving your response of crap. If I don't have numbers, I may not have the money. I don't have the place to live. Those kinds of things. But there is something very normal, especially from the first part of it, because it's that dopamine hit, right? Oh wow, 12 people saw my video, and so many people liked my video, and so many people are in my live stream, and those kinds of things. I think a lot of that is normal. But as I told one of my business partners when we first went through that, again, back to website days, analysis leads to paralysis. Man, you can overanalyze things to the point where you're not doing anything. You kind of have to have, you have to have maybe an eye on some things and learn from some data, but you can't trust. You have to trust but verify the data, and you just can't spin your wheels there because that's not generating any content. So.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And the way YouTube does things, like, I mean, if you jump up, okay, so let's say you, and this is the way this works now. It used to not work this way.
Right.
Let's say you do a live stream and you get off that live stream. Let's say you had 40 people in your chat talking and you did a live stream for an hour. Okay. That's average. That's average for the last year for me. Around 40 people for an hour in the morning. I know what the views should be. The views should be about 120 to 150 when we go off. Now they're like 50 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
And what will happen is over the course of that day, all those views will fill in. I don't know what YouTube is doing as far as what they're betting each view. That seems absolutely crazy for me. We're going to bet each view and we're going to slowly let them trickle in just to verify that they're real, I guess. But yeah, oh yeah, that's what you got to do, and that's what you got to watch, and you'll usually get double what you have when you're done. By the end of the day, you'll have double what you had. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts that's what they're doing now. But I can't watch that. I can't look at that. I can't keep track of those numbers. Sagadorf 9 with $5 super chat says passing chapter 7, trying to round chapter 10 by tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, my friend.
Super chat, brother. And keep it up. Keep going. Keep fighting.
Keep going. Yeah, for me, and as I told you before, we talk off the record about some of this stuff too. It's like I wish I understood, because I have so many people from my past that are subscribers. I have people that I'll work with that'll come up to me and talk about watching something that is from 2 to 3 weeks ago. So maybe that's a factor. People sharing things like that, because we do know, yeah, channel suppression is real. We saw that with that one Taco Tuesday. Yeah, that was crazy. It's just weird how they have a lot of this stuff manipulated. And I feel like the problem is they've manipulated it now for so long. And you were saying it, Loki, like wasn't like this before. You got a view, you got a view. You could click your own video and you'd see a view. You're like, oh, wow, look at that. It actually works. So now you can be in someone's stream. It'll say 4 people. And you're looking at 5 that are in there, plus the host who may be in the thing. It's like the numbers aren't real.
No.
They're not. It's just nothing adds up. You can't get too carried away.
No, you can pop in a stream. You can pop in a stream, and it will not count that as a view until after you say something.
Yeah, it's
you have to say something. You have to comment and chat. You can't linger anymore. You can't lurk because it's not being counted if you lurk. It's so stupid. It's so absolutely stupid. And eventually, 5-6 hours later, sure, it's gonna click on that, but it will not change that number until you say something. I know, Arwen. I didn't realize that till the other day. I was watching, and I think I was watching y'all. And I could have swore there was more than 10 people in there, and I said something, and poop, as soon as I said something, it popped in at 11, and I was like, holy shit. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I've seen
doesn't count. It doesn't count me there until I say something.
Yeah, I just don't know what it's doing, but I can say that you can circumvent it at least enough to go, listen, engage in some way, shape, or form the best you can, saying hi, put a comment, like, even consider sharing it, whatever, because we're all each other has. Like, that's really it. We are each other. We have. And if you just, the issue is, trust but verify the numbers. Like, they are what they are. Don't kill yourself fighting and crying over them, but don't let it take up too much of your time to focus on content, focus on creation, focus on your voice what you want to do and how to level up in each one of those kinds of things. But I think there's something legitimate about, a topic that Loki could have been talking about on that Tuesday. And you hit a button, you hit a group in the algorithm that's like, oh, these people have to be brought down. And this has been out for years, guys. I mean, like, obviously geopolitical conversations. There was at one point where, because of a crime incident at a school, you couldn't say a certain person's name, even if that was your name. I kid you not. It could have been my name. If I shared the name with that person, I couldn't say my name because it would just, no, done. It got that bad at one point. Now, I don't know where some of that stuff is today. They keep it all buttoned up for a reason. Probably because we'd all be outraged is probably why. So,
but when you hear about how much corporate influence
sure,
goes into this, and how much, well, this company is going to call, and this company is going to just shut you down. You have done something negative. That used to be a conspiracy theory. Okay, it used to be a conspiracy theory that, let's say, Paramount would call up and be like, YouTube, I don't like Pops. I don't like what Pops is saying about Halo. Quiet him down.
Yep.
That used to be a big conspiracy theory.
Yes.
That's a fact.
And you
we
said
have found out that's a fact.
You said it. You said this is exactly what they're doing. They're going to copyright claim every single one of our streams after the fact, and they will not resolve it. It'll just run its course. They'll never respond. Every single one will get flagged, and that's pretty much what happened. And it took a month to 6 weeks, and then they would release the claims. Yep. I've never lost any of these claims or disputes. I've only had to maybe make a few edits and trims, and usually it's on me or us, with a video or something like that. And it's like you said, it used to just be something that people would say is a conspiracy theory, but now, no.
Makani with the $10 super chat. Thank you so very much, brother. He says, that's good to know, because I do have a lot of lurkers who don't comment. What's even more alarming is the fact that you can be suppressed by association, even though you don't talk about those topics. Yes, you can.
That's true. Yes, true. And I'm one of your lurkers there, Makani, so I have to do a better job of doing that as well. Saying, here, present, keep it moving. So, and it's hard. You guys know I'm listening to stuff usually at high speed after the fact, or I'm at work. So, yeah, it is tricky. Yeah. But thanks for that, Makani. That's awesome.
Yes, indeed. And Brian says, I love it when I get 4 views on a video with 5 likes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you'll have a disproportionate lack of comments. Or you have comments that disappear. Isn't it a new thing? You guys noticing that too? Comments that disappear?
Comments that disappear. It'll say you have 5 comments, but you only have 2, and you're like, okay. What you have to do is go to. I'm gonna tell you guys. So I'm gonna help y'all out here. Little YouTube technical talk. So go to YouTube Studio in your browser. Do not do this on a phone. Go to YouTube. Go to comments. Once you're in Studio, go to comments. Now on those comments, there'll be a couple buttons. Published. I haven't responded to. Click the X on I haven't responded to. That'll bring up all the comments, and then click that held for review button. Oh, look, priceless and timeless. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. That is from Donnie Pearson. I am going to approve that. Locust hashtag. This is 11 days ago, Pops. Locust hashtag Locust Frosk hashtag more Zaslavs. From Pops 11 days ago on the weekend review with the Rooster.
It wasn't even there. My gosh, that was so long ago. I forgot about that. Even that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, isn't that so frustrating?
Now we got private photos, girly girls. Hi Hanga Talaga. Girly girl in shower. You come like me, baby. No, those are bad. 69xxx.life. No, like you lots, baby. You come with me. No. And a whole bunch of bots, and more bots.
Oh yeah.
So
it's nuts, but it's just like so much stuff just gets sucked in, and you don't know where it goes. You don't know where anything is. I'm looking to see what's in mine because I actually haven't done that in a couple days.
Two comments from real people that got flagged
Oh,
for
yeah.
whatever reason, and I had to approve them. So sometimes
Yeah,
that's
I have
it.
two.
It's
I have two from a month ago. Yeah, look at this. I have two more from a month ago that are on it's an Indian cinema film called Vikram, and they're literally from a month ago. And because they're comments under comments under comments, I wouldn't have seen them. And they're not mentioning me, so I wouldn't have got a notification. So they're just sitting here. Yeah. And they may not have been there. I mean, again, you have to check it regularly because it's like something that wouldn't be there now. It'll show up. Obviously, I've checked this within a month, but yeah, I have two.
the
More to
colonizer
approve.
Jeebus tried dropping the E. So just do METROSXUAL. Try that. See if that works.
Yes. Wow. Isn't it just, and it is frustrating because I have one of my business partners and one of the people I know that's really close to me. This is the element of it all that he hates the most. He hates all the technical stuff. And he doesn't mean like, how it runs or like you're talking about with your computer. He just means this endless fight against the algorithm. And on the website side, it's like, does the sitemap work right? Does this work right? So any of these, there's so many moving parts. He hates that. I just want to do content. I just want to do what I like doing. But reality is you're your own business. You kind of have to have your finger on how some of this stuff is operating.
That's
so
right.
You can be better at it.
Yeah. Makani, thank you, brother, for the $10 super chat. Says, but this is something to be mindful of. You can get more likes and comments on your community post than your videos and streams. And YouTube is so heavy in promoting shorts right now.
Absolutely
okay,
true.
so here is a thing for you guys. Do polls. Right now, polls are hot. Ha, ha, ha. Loki said
hot polls. Hashtag. Come on, chat. Hashtag hot poll.
Do a poll on your community page after a stream, after a video. That's hot right now. That's a hot thing. So just throw that out there after you do an upload or after you do a live stream. Ask a couple of questions about like what you just did or what you should be doing in the future. And those are hot right now. It's a hot thing to do. So that's positive with the algorithm. So
yeah.
Thank you, Mac, for that $10 super chat. You guys are crazy. I love this. Thank you guys so very much for everything. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Psychodorp9, for your $5 super chat earlier. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and we're going to send out the Viking horde this morning. Skål! And awesome. Yeah, I'm serious. And I got a call after a show about a week or two ago. And the gentleman in question was like, Loki, brother, this is what you got to do. You got to do a poll at the end of the show. You see, I got one of them YouTube gurus that just called me up and said the secret right now is to do a poll. And yeah, it works. I did it for a little while, and what do you know? It got a lot of feedback on the poll.
Hot poll. Hashtag hot poll. Hashtag hot poll. Feedback. Poll feedback. Yes. Hot poll. Yes. Hot poll. That's good, man. That's good. So all right. What are 1 year stuff? Come on now. Go ahead.
Let me ask you. Biggest thing you've learned over the last year. Biggest thing you learned doing
the community is more welcoming than I ever would have expected. Be honest. I just really, to be honest, the biggest thing I've learned is people want to support one another. They understand that, I might disagree with you tremendously about your take, or even that you have this IP, or that you like this, or you cover something. But at the end of the day, there's a massive number of people that want to lock arms, enjoy fandom, enjoy pop culture, fight what they've made into a war. We didn't want a war. We didn't want all this stuff. We just wanted to have some good entertainment, a good escape from real life and our 9-to-5s or whatever else is going on in our lives. And the biggest thing I've learned is that there's just I actually, to be honest, I actually have problems right now with a lot of guilt and sadness of not being able to keep connected to everyone. Like it's gotten so big so rapidly for me. I'll go back to my Twitter messages and I see people and I don't even know what to say to them. I haven't talked to you like in a month. You know what I mean? I haven't, those kinds of things. That's by far the biggest thing for me. More like that is that. Logistically, I've learned is how to cheat StreamYard to make videos without having to do any editing. So that is by far my biggest one. So there's your polls.
Go to your community tab, guys. To answer Mac's question, go to your community tab and you're on your channel and just put up some polls. Just put up some polls.
And once you start doing polls, they kind of like start feeding into one another. Like a lot more of them go. So yeah.
So what exactly I was told is the triumvirate right now. The triumvirate for winning is shorts, polls, and that'll all feed into your live streams or your content uploads. Yep. As soon as your show's over, do a poll.
Yeah.
That should help. And do some shorts. Yeah. Just throw some shorts up. If you want to clip a short from your show, Loki, why don't you do more shorts? Because honestly, the only shorts I like doing are my record shorts, which I'm actually going to do a couple of here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, find something that will work for you. I treat it as like a commercial, like the stuff I'd like to talk about, that kind of thing. Don't do things that are off your heart and what you want to do. And yes, Shellback, I see you. Don't call, you don't write. You call me, bro. I'm right here. Hit me up.
Colonizer Jeebus with the $2 super chat says, metrosexual Iron Man loves his Fanta. You want some Fanta?
Want some Fanta? Want some Fanta?
Wanna Fanta? Don't you wanna Fanta? Mexican Iron Man loves his Fanta. Fanta. Wanna Fanta? Mexican Iron Man wants a Fanta. Mexican Iron Man wants his Fanta. Fanta. Ah, Fanta, Fanta. Yes.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
Mac, I hate shorts and will refuse to do them. Sorry.
Hey,
I like
that's
doing
fine.
the record ones because those are only like 16 seconds and I like showing off my vinyls. So I am very proud of my vinyl collection. I love my vinyls. So
if I had to make a recommendation to Mock, I would say, do like a 15, do just the picture and then just schedule them out for like a day or two. And then go in when you're at your hard drive and then just, put in the information in there to be like, you want to see the whole thing or you want to see the whole stream. Here you go. Treat it like a commercial, basically. That's all. And then
I can't disagree with you.
Brother. Yeah, I get you.
I like my little 16-second record shorts, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to. I tried that once. I did like a Cyberpunk review in 60 seconds, and I was like, eh.
I feel the same way.
So
all I do is
they hang shorts from the nearest lamppost.
Yeah, I don't. Look, I made this argument on Ryan's show. There's a place in an equation for all the different things. It's just like I said, it's frustrating though. They'll change the rules and they'll promote something like it's like, right. So in life, you can only do three things. You can permit, you can promote, permit, promote, or prohibit, right? But they'll change those rules on you. And that's the freaking frustrating part. If you're going to permit something, permit it. But if you're going to promote certain things, at least be consistent or notify everyone what the rules and the structures are. Instead, it's just sort of like thread in guides with these tips for YouTube nonsense that no one has the time for, or there's like reading, stereo instructions to try to find out what they're talking about. So that's why this show is so important for folks. Why your Wednesdays have become a big deal for all of us, because we kind of want to get a finger on the pulse of what Loki's thinking in the grand scheme of things. So I think it's awesome.
Shellback says it's too cold for shorts.
Not in Florida.
And Project Cambrian disagrees. Says, no, it ain't. There's only a few centimeters of snow on the ground. Yeah, guys, we're out of here. Anything you want to throw out there, promote before we get out of here, Pops?
No, first member stream tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that'd be kind of cool to hang out with the members. So if you're not a member, consider it, partnering with me. If not, that's good. And there's tons of content coming. The Ando reviews, done more comic book stuff's coming. Did my own little tribute to Kevin Conroy's coming. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have Beyond with Princess Leia Rose. She'll be talking some Star Wars and some religion, spirituality stuff with her. And then Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I don't know what time it is where they are, I'll be on with Roman the Empire, talking about sci-fi villains and such. And I may take up Dave Bob's advice or put together some sort of best of or some sort of thing for Tuesday, because I have a week off next week, vacation, First Lady's birthday, Thanksgiving, that kind of thing. We'll be back doing Talk Hard after that. We will be doing Santa's Sleigh.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Yeah, so it'll be fun times, man. We're having a blast. We are really having a blast. And if you didn't see last night, I just finished doing some of the clips. I will probably get them posted the next couple of days. That at the end of our show last night, I kid you not, Panawannabe bossed up like a man, opened a 1983 pack of Return of the Jedi cards from a wax pack and ate the gum live right there in front of us, man. Threw it down, which peer pressured Ironcaster in sort of doing it. He did, but then he chased it with like a Diablo Taco Bell sauce, which at that point he's just having Taco Bell sauce. However, at least he did it. I got to give him credit. I haven't done it. So yeah, there you go.
And Mac, Coach is the one who called me and said, Loki, what you need to do is you need to put a poll up. You need to put a poll up after your show and do shorts. That's triumvirate right there, brother. All three working in tandem. So Coach is the one who told me to do that. Guys, take care. Be excellent. I don't know if there's going to be a comic book roundtable tonight. I have no idea. I got to talk to Klobby, but we'll find out. Until then, guys, be great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter, and we'll see you guys on the next YouTube talk. Take care, everybody.
See you, Valhalla.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.